Olá, Smart Gamers! Aqui é o Peterson. Estamos de volta com Cloudpunk. O que você está achando das aventuras aqui em Nivalis? Está curtindo? Então, se você está curtindo, deixe seu gostei também. Vamos seguir acompanhando a nossa série. E hoje temos mais um episódio. E olha isso, pessoal, que cenário incrível. Realmente, um jogo em um mundo que vale a pena a gente conhecer cada vez mais, tá ok? Bom, nos vemos então no final do episódio. Como sempre, as marcações estão aí feitas na linha do tempo para que você possa passar para cada momento do vídeo que mais interesse, para cada diálogo, beleza? Ou então, você pode também acompanhar todos os momentos de exploração, já que essa cidade é incrivelmente bonita, tá bom? Nos vemos no final do episódio.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Miss Anderson.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk only.
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. I just rip this flap and... It's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a shot.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me, but yes, that does seem strange. Please, play the rest of the message. My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I'm going now.
Freeing you from restrictions, breaking barriers. Konima is Nivalis. Konima Enterprises.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
Please remember that unlicensed jazz...
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Nivalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Directly from your implants to your brainstem. Your eyes get better.
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Nivalis air.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubrick.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it. And pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Celebrity Automata Personality Course for sale at Gary's Automata Grove.
Hi, so what is your star sign, please?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
I am instigating a mating ritual. Tell me, did it hurt?
Did what hurt?
When you hurtled to Earth from orbit?
Do you mean when I fell from heaven?
Affirmative. I require an answer, humanoid.
I'm not really interested. Sorry.
I will find the required combination of vocalizations to entice you for romantic relations.
I'm no expert on romance, but even I know that's not how it works.
Incorrect. Please listen carefully to the following statement. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I would require the vowel U and the vowel I to be contiguous.
Do you want some advice?
Affirmative.
If you want to talk to someone you like, try asking their name. And introduce yourself, too.
I am Douglas. Name, please.
Nice to meet you, Douglas. I am Rania. Maybe try to ask questions in a less aggressive way.
Rania, please touch my carbon fiber endoframe.
Why would I do that, Douglas?
Because it's made of boyfriend material.
Okay, that is a little funny. But I'm afraid you're not what I'm looking for, Douglas. And I'm not even looking anyway.
Very well. I shall continue to be alone.
Maybe you can try this dating agency, Douglas.
Please, I am not so desperate. I am currently rated highly desirable in my range.
Are there many other available androids in your range?
May I have the flyer, please? Perhaps I will try the dating agency.
Good luck, Douglas.
Thank you, Rania. I can afford you a reward. You can have my optimal dating ritual instigation line, or some credits.
The line is tempting. I think I'll take the limbs.
Non-cosmetic procedures. Change your face. Change your name.
Let me past.
Nuh-uh. I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just jopping with you, lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubrick don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left his package for ya.
Where is it supposed to go?
You don't know?
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Good, Rabbit. Follow the nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you? You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Pallid 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
It's much more than a virus. Pallid 1.0 affected computers, but Pallid 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Pallid 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second. They will die.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Pallid 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis below the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives would be saved.
You know, this city has its share of monsters, but I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrick's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it. Besides, I don't think Rubrick wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
Please remember that unlicensed jazz in Nivalis is punishable by death. Those who wish to experience or perform jazz must apply for a yearly permit. Faster, smarter, stronger. Find the real you. Corwin Bionics.
Here's what I can offer you today.
Thanks.
I look forward to seeing you again.
false systems of power must justify themselves. Store the establishment back on the shelves.
Excuse me?
Hustle past like you don't hear me. Step over the homeless like you can't even see me.
Are you singing at me?
Another cog in the machine. Say you're a worker, but your hands are clean.
Hey, I need to work for a living.
They exploit you every day and you're thanking for it. One hand pats you on the back, the other's in your pocket.
Maybe people would take your social protest more seriously if you weren't singing all the time.
They reprogram me and mess with my head. Now if I don't sing what I think, I end up dead.
Seriously? They make you sing?
Corpsec can't handle the truth, so they make me rhyme. Anarchism in the prose has had its time.
That kind of impacts on your credibility.
Huh, and that's the plan. But even if I had to sing every word, I keep fighting the man. Huh.
Maybe if you didn't insult me, I'd try to help you.
Don't want your help, just want you to look around and see the people lying on the ground.
I see them. I know it's tough here.
Maybe you ain't so bad. Maybe Camarada Bop is still just mad. For real. Now you can help if you want to. There's a guy who needs your guidance up on 3rd Avenue.
Guidance?
He knew. He don't know the streets. Tell him come see me in an hour and I'll get him something to eat.
Why do you need me to talk to him?
He don't like me. Don't like my singing. He says my flow has his ears ringing.
I see his point.
I know I can't sing, can't make good music. But we can all make a better world if we make the choice to choose it.
Handle responsibly with Oliara Casino. Select craps, blackjack, Android RPG duel. Oliara has it all.
Hey, you deliver stuff, right?
Sure, when I'm paid to.
I pay you.
That's not how it works. You have to contact my employer.
Seems complicated. How about I just pay you?
Look, I can't just...
How about I pay you up front?
Listening. But I won't take anything illegal or dangerous. What's the package?
My turbo, my vestments, my tights, my rosaries, and my apocrypha sanguine, 1st edition.
I have no idea what any of those are. Are they something to do with your religion?
You mean my cult? You can tell by my robes.
Yeah. I mean, no. Well?
Just take them. Deliver them to the compound. You know the place. Everyone knows the place. Here's the fee. If you make the delivery without incident, come back and I'll double it.
On my way.
produces the audio content you want to hear.
Immediately for a mandatory surgical firmware reset.
You, child! You have sin in your eyes, in your thoughts, under your nails. Excoriate yourself before my mother, your mother, the All-Mother!
Me? Stop pointing at me.
You feel the spotlight of guilt. It strips away your facade. Bow down to Cora and ask her to free us and birth anew. We are all doomed!
Don't you have anything better to do than shout at people in the street?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for my robes to be dry cleaned. Repent! Repent and suffer before the gaze of the All-Mother!
Camus, do you hear this guy? This is exactly what Mom warned me about in Nivalis. Crazy people shouting on the streets.
I hear him. What is he talking about now?
I saw the fourth face as I stripped away the mask. The eyes of Cora looked down, and a mouth made of garbage spat upon my soul.
Gross.
He shouted at you. He shouts at a lot of people.
Not Corpsec, I noticed. Or the gangers over there, or guys in general.
My knowledge base says many religious factions do not respect minorities or women.
Your knowledge base is not wrong, Camus. recognize you. You got in trouble for fraud.
You saw me on the holovids?
Something like that. I was sent to help you.
Ha! By that singing socialist toaster? No thanks.
I think he's an anarchist.
He's scum. They all are here. I can't wait to get home.
Home to your apartment? Did you get another job?
People like me don't get fired. I go back Monday. This is my punishment.
For grand-scale fraud? A weekend on the street?
It might be easy for someone like you to endure this place, but I have family in the Spire. I'm not like these people. This is hell.
I can't believe Bop was going to help you.
He knows I get home soon. I told him I don't care about his cause.
Even after you've seen what they go through here?
Leave me alone.
Well, he says you can get food if you go and see him in an hour.
Fine. Message received.
Camus face on. Upgrade your neural augment to the Macula BIOS core today and get 20% faster reaction time and up to 30% funnier improv comedy.
E então, pessoal, curtiram as aventuras de hoje? Rania está cada vez mais se envolvendo em histórias malucas e, obviamente, nenhum episódio fica de fora disso. E hoje também foi assim. Ó que vista massa lá, o trânsito, onde passamos várias vezes durante os episódios. Aqui o metrô, enfim, pessoal. Se você quer ter mais de Cloudpunk, não esqueça de se inscrever se ainda não é inscrito e acompanhe a continuidade da série. Beleza? Então o seu comentário é muito importante, sua curtida também e a sua participação conosco em nossas outras comunidades, dos quais os links estão todos na descrição. E nos vemos no nosso próximo vídeo ou próximo episódio. Valeu, é nóis, fui!